What's up, guys? This is Off Metagear, and we are here today with the new P.U.N.K Fiendsmith deck list. Yeah, Fiendsmith engine is still kind of pricey, and a lot of people don't like it. You can play pure P.U.N.K. Here in a couple weeks. You can play P.U.N.K Psychic. Here in a couple weeks, I really want to try some kind of Utopia build. I'm trying to remember what else is coming out that I kind of was excited about. There's so many different little engine pieces coming out, just kind of like Monster Mayhem did. But anyways, here's the list of what I'm playing right now. This is not my list. This list was given to me by a friend. If he ever decides to make a channel, I will gladly link him. At this point in time, he's too busy to do that, and he doesn't get to play much in person. So, but thanks to him. Appreciate the list, Connor. If you ever see my channel, which I don't typically promote to people I know in person, I just kind of let it naturally do its thing. But yeah, thanks for giving me the list, man. We're playing one Paradise, one Track, one Lacrima, two Engravers, minimizing the engine, and the last card is the Lurie. But I wanted to show off the new artwork. I think it's just really, really pretty. We have, for the Psychic engine, and this engine's kind of large, 3 Emergency Teleport, 1 Extreme Session, and then we're playing 1 of the Fusion guy, 1 Wall Gong, we have 2 Deer Note, we have 3 Xamin, 3 Ogre Dance, 3 of the Foxy Tune, and then 3 of the new Rising Scale. Unfortunately, she's kind of a hard pull and has a little bit of price to her, but overall the deck is relatively cheap, and like I said, if you don't play Fiendsmith, you can add a couple more P.U.N.K cards in and be just fine. It doesn't play the same, but it plays the same. It's just different end boards. Non-engine, we're playing 3 Droplet. At this point in time, the meta, the way it is, this is just better than Imperm. And then this deck, you want cards in the grave, so it helps out a lot with that. We're playing 3 Droll, because it's just good. 3 Charmy, because it's just good. 3 Ash. 1 Ghost Ogre, because you can search it in the combo itself. Like, the mainline combo, you can search Ogre if you don't have it. And then 1 Talent, Cross Out, and Called By. You play enough hand traps that Cross Out's good, Called By I think is always good, and Talents I think is almost always good. Do you need Talents and stuff always in every deck? No, but they're just good cards. That's 42 cards. I've increased my card count with Talent and Cross Out. If you take those 2 out, that is the actual original build that I was given. The extra deck, we'll start with the Fiendsmith, is Closed, Requiem, Sequence, Salamangreat, SP. Moving on to the Fusion portion, we're playing 1 Rising Carp, 1 Desiree, and 1 Necroquip. Moving on to the Exceeds, we're playing 1 Caesar and 1 of the new Jam Fever, which is part of the mainline combo, which is your anti-nib card, and it gives you draws and choose other things. Then for the Synchros, which will wrap up the deck, we're playing 1 Jam Dragon, 1 Amazing Dragon. Either one of those can be played in the main combo. It just depends where you're trying to go with it. 1 Chaos Angel, because Chaos Angel is just good. The main win condition is Psychic and Punisher, and the other main, it's not so much a win condition, but it's just like the other main boss monster is going to be the new Cursed Thunder God, because it gives you life points back, and you can blow up the board, and overall it's just a good card. It blows up face-up monsters or face-up spell and traps, so I guess it doesn't blow up the board, but it's just like extra Lightning Storm. And he's also a Psychic, so when you pay the life points, you can do Extreme Jam Session and whatnot. But overall, I haven't got to play test this a lot. The games I have played have been pretty interesting, but it's super easy to end on a decent board. And then, like I said, if you get this card out, you're playing through Nib, and then the reason I wanted to increase the called by and talent and stuff is Droll doesn't shut this down completely, but it does really kind of suck. It's just one of those decks, like, if you get Drolled hard, it's just not going to be fun. You can play under it with the Fiendsmith engine, but you really don't want to just end on Fiendsmith, despite it's a good engine. But if you have to, you have to. I think in the sideboard, Salesman's probably going to be necessary for certain decks. I don't really have a good answer for Droll. Like, Droll's you can Salesman Droll if you draw it right away, going first or second. Just Droll is just so good in general. But overall, this is the new updated Punk deck with Fiendsmith, with the important 2 new cards. Unfortunately, you do have to play 3 of this one. There's a reason it's expensive and it's short printed. And then this one, you can play 1, 2, 3, just depending on what kind of deck you're playing. But I strongly recommend, if you like this deck and you already own pieces for it, or you just want to go out and outright buy it with the new stamps on the bottom, it's worth a pickup. It's a cheap non-meta deck that you can play just non-meta engines and call it a day. Unfortunately, a lot of decks that I like right now are playing meta engines just because I genuinely like Fiendsmith. I think the issue with Fiendsmith isn't the issue everyone makes it out to be. I think the issue with Fiendsmith is the decks you can put it in that are already good. It makes great. It's kind of, I think it's the same problem with Mitsurugi. The decks you can put it in makes the decks that are already good great, and it makes decks that aren't that good better, and it makes decks that are right before good good. And both of those decks just have wild grind game. But neither one of them, I think, are... Fiendsmith specifically, I don't think is super overly oppressive. I think a one hit somewhere would probably fix a lot of people's anger towards it. Or if they give us any actual reprints on Lacrima and Track, so people can actually afford the engine so everyone can play it, that would be good too. But overall, that's the Punk profile. See you in the next video.